Hello, it is currently September 23rd when I'm recording this clip. Now, you might be thinking, what the heck happened? The last time we saw you, it was the beginning of August. What happened was, I was very, very close to giving up on this whole project, on the story, on the novels, like the whole thing. I was very close to giving up. Mostly, I was close to giving up on the videos, but also part of me kind of was tempted to give up on the novel itself. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to give up. I am going to finish it. But I don't know what happened during like the last month and a half, but I just had this feeling, which I guess is normal. At some point, you'll probably feel this if you are working on such a big project like this. But I kind of had the feeling of like, why am I even doing this? I'm never going to finish it. It's never going to become anything. Nobody will ever read this story, you know? And it is so hard not to think like that when you are, how do I say this? When you're someone like me. It's not like I'm already like a well-known person in the writing world. It's not like I've already published a book and like people know my style. People know the kinds of stories that I want to tell. Like nobody knows anything about me. Which, I mean, obviously a lot of people are like that, so I don't know why this matters. But my point is that I feel a lot of doubt just because I know that it's gonna be hard, and I don't know, or I guess I should say over the last like month and a half, I didn't know if I would be able to actually do it. I guess the theme is doubt. I've just been having so many doubts about, you know, is this even a good story? Would anyone actually read this? Or am I just writing this because this is something that I would want to read, but not necessarily other people will want to read? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's been really hard. It's been really, really hard. I honestly don't remember the last time that I opened my Google Doc and did some writing. I did a lot of thinking, a lot of thinking over the last few weeks, but I did not do any writing. But I don't care. I have to remind myself that I went into this whole process with the mindset of, I don't care what happens, my one goal, right? Whether I self-publish or not, but that is like a secondary goal. But my main goal is just to have a manuscript, just have a completed manuscript and go from there and see where we can go from there, you know? That is my one goal, and I am determined to do it. I'm determined to make it happen. But I have to really work on getting through that like self-doubt, because it's really been messing with my head lately and I don't like it. In other news, something that I think will very much help me to feel inspired to continue writing this story is I'm actually going to Guyana very, very soon. When you're watching this, I might already be in Guyana. Who knows? I don't know when I'm going to post this. I am so excited to go back to Guyana because obviously I will just be surrounded by the exact environment that my story is written in. So it's going to be so much fun just to pull inspiration from all the things that I'll be seeing and doing, and I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to try to record some clips that I think are relevant to my story, and I'll include them in one of these writing workshop videos because I'm really excited to show you guys like, hey, here's a sneak peek. There's actually a scene that happens in the novel and it happens right here in this specific place in Guyana. And I do think that just being in the environment, being in Guyana itself will definitely help me to feel more motivated and kind of, what's the word? Solidify my belief in myself and my belief in this story, because I do think that it's good at the end of the day. But there's always that little voice in my head that is like, girl, everything you're doing is pointless and there's no purpose to any of this, and why are you doing this? You're just wasting your time. But we are going to learn to tell that voice to shut up, because I want to do this for myself. And also I realized that within the last 3 weeks that I have not done any writing, my mood has definitely been a little different, because it's like I don't have anything. If I'm not writing, I don't have something that I'm working on for myself. Does that make sense? Like obviously, like I have the gym, which is for myself. I have like my friendships, that's for myself. But like it's been a really nice addition in my life to have this one thing that is solely for myself, something that I am doing to like fulfill my own wants. Does that make sense? It's been really, really nice to have that addition in my life, and so I don't want to just stop writing. So yeah, hopefully I will do some more writing. because I'm going to Guyana so soon, I actually, like, a lot of my time now is going to be focused on packing and preparing for that trip. But I'm hoping to get at least one writing session or at least a brainstorming session in before I go to Guyana. And then that way I can really set myself up nicely to do some solid writing once I actually get to Guyana. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. So yeah, we'll see. That's kind of it for this update. The main purpose was just to let you know that I kind of hit a plateau. Is that what you would say? I wouldn't even say that. I would say I just like rolled down the hill, you know? But we're on the way back up. So yeah, that is all, and I'll see you in the next update. First of all, I just want to say, if you are seeing me in the same like 4 outfits every single time I record a clip, it's because I only record when I'm either getting ready to go to work, like I'm about to go to work right now, or when I'm at work, and like those outfits are all very similar. Okay, I wear a lot of plain black shirts, and that's what it is. Anyways, today is September 26th, and I have to say I am in, I was gonna say a better mood, but I guess I would say I have higher hopes than I did the last time that I checked in with you guys a few days ago. I think I kind of realized why I was feeling the way that I was feeling, why I was feeling kind of stuck with my story, and I just wanted to tell you about it today. I need to stop talking with my hands. I need to stop. I'm just gonna hold them on my legs. I was at this point in the story where I basically had to get from point A to point B, and I didn't know how I wanted to get there. It was kind of like a movie where you have a scene and then they have the writing on the screen that's like 1 month later, and then you jump ahead to something else. And I didn't know how to really do that with a story, like with words, because personally I hate, when I'm writing something, I hate just saying like 1 week later, 1 month later. Like I would rather show something that goes on in between, but I just didn't know how to do it. So last night I had a little writing session, and when I say little, I mean very little. It took like 15 minutes before I went to bed. I just opened up my notes app and I was like, let me do some writing, because I felt inspired. So what I realized was I don't have to write my story in chronological order. I think it was the first video or the second video that I posted where I said that I wanted to do it that way just because I thought it would be easier. Turns out it's not easier, because when you get stuck, you just feel stuck. And so I'm really happy that now I kind of jumped ahead. Well, actually I jumped ahead a lot. I jumped ahead to writing this scene that happened, I want to say like in the middle of the story, where these two characters confess that they like each other. Wow, we love romance. I don't know why, I just felt like writing that last night because, okay, this is gonna sound so bad. You know, before you go to sleep, when you start like daydreaming and like you just start imagining like scenarios and stuff, what I try to do is before I go to bed, I'll try to think about my story a little bit. Even if I'm not writing, I'll just try to like imagine scenes in my head. And I was imagining this scene where like these two characters are almost getting in an argument, and then one of them admits that they like the other one. Anyways, I didn't write that much. I probably ended up writing like maybe 300 words, just a guess. But just writing that one little scene, it really did kind of spark something in me and made me want to continue writing more. Overall, I think the takeaway from this week is that I don't have to write in chronological order. Nobody is forcing me to write in chronological order. I was just kind of forcing that on myself, but it's not necessary. And, you know, I can write things ahead of time, and then once I actually get to them in the story, I can always change it up to make sure that it meshes well with everything else. I think that was kind of a barrier that I was placing on myself when I didn't need to. And I do feel very liberated now. I feel like, okay, now I can really, you know, move on and go ahead with this story. Basically, I am feeling very good about this story now. I don't feel as depressed as I was a couple days ago, like in terms of, you know, writing this novel. I do feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I do feel like I'm gonna make some good progress, and I'm very excited for it. So yeah, that is the check-in for today, and I'll see you in the next one.